making process.
So there were several paintings waiting to be finished in the studio. I was really busy these weeks working on other videos, visiting other artists. Maybe you saw the two videos before this one. I've talked with a composer and another painter. These videos are quite different than the videos I make here on my own. But as long as you watch my videos with any educational reason, I would really recommend to watch these videos. It helps me really to hear other artists talk about that creative process, even if they are a dancer, a painter, a writer, a composer, a musician. It really doesn't matter because I'm not interested in the differences. I'm only interested in what we have common. And when you hear them speak about that path that we all walk, you will certainly recognize a lot in their story. Anyway, in the meantime, there were several paintings waiting here. I saw them daily when I was in my studio. There were other paintings, or there are still other paintings that I don't see because I put them with the painted side to the wall. I turn them with the painted side to the wall, and I always do that when I don't want to see it. I do that with finished paintings, but with unfinished paintings as well. When I do it with an unfinished painting, it's a painting with a problem, and I don't know how to solve the problem. And then I don't see it for weeks, sometimes even months. And then suddenly you see it because you need another painting, and you just take it. And then you are totally surprised by that painting that you forgot. And this surprise always solves the problem. That's how it works. I can't solve the problem by watching and thinking, and it takes a lot of time and energy, and I can't solve it by thinking. I can only solve it by seeing, and I don't see it when I saw a painting every day with a problem. So I need to be surprised, and that surprise suddenly shows me this is what you have to do, or this part has to be moved. The paintings over here on the ground don't have any problems. They only need to be finished. First there was this painting of Amsterdam. I painted this scene in another painting as well. I really like this one, and I always thought that I had to put another layer over the water under the bridge. I thought it needed to be more quiet, and the water was moving too much, and it even had to get darker. But yesterday and last week I saw I didn't need another layer. It's all right, it's fine. That person with that yellow jacket behind the fence really took my attention, because it is a yellow jacket, but it's not a person. So I moved a little paint over there on the left side of that person, and I think I'm almost there now. And then I saw that I had to paint that fence in the foreground on the right side. It had to become more sharp to create depth. And then there are boxes on the fence. Actually, there were, I remember, warm, deep-colored red flowers in it. And I'm always so thankful for those colors, you know, deep, saturated red. But I will not paint them. I will not paint them because we have this warm orange sunscreen on that building on the left, and that's the focus point. It is the focus point. I feel that, and maybe there is a reason for it. I think there are two reasons. Of course, it's the most saturated color in the painting, but the composition will help a lot as well, because all those direction lines of the fence and of the roofs, all those lines that disappear in the distance, they all come together in that warm orange sunscreen on the corner of this building. If I would add a lot of strong red right to that building, right to the sunscreen, those flowers, they need their attention as well. So they will start arguing with the sunscreens that they are more important, and they will become the next focus point. I don't need any arguing parts in my painting. Sounds like a story. It is a story. That's my approach to a painting that I need to finish. I don't only watch it, I listen to it as well. Every painting tells a story. If you want it or not, it tells a story. If there is a distracting part in the story, you have two choices. You can move it, or you can add more to let it tell the story more in a better way, to make the story more clear. Adding more paint could be, for example, add that other layer on the water, over the water in that part of this painting. But experience learns that you know how that will look like. Just because I do this daily, I know that it will become too dark and too thick. If I would do that, I will see that I need to put other layers over the buildings as well. And then it will become a totally different painting with another contrast. And I don't want that. So I leave it for now, that water, how it is. Then there is another painting. I thought it was finished from the classic, the old government buildings here in The Hague. And I used a very strong warm-cold contrast in it. So I used a kind of brownish pink color for the warm parts and a very strong blue for the colder shadows. I even used that shadow color in the trees as well, because the trees didn't catch any light. And now after several days I see that it's boring, all that blue. I miss green, a warm green, and the trees must become more green. I just see it after several days. Then there is this painting, the cityscape of The Hague. This is easy. It only needs more drawing, more details, and more contrast. Certainly here in the building on the left side, it needs to be even more darker than that building on the right. So I will do that by now. Always nice to see fresh painted watercolor paintings in a frame. I didn't find any time to do the mats this week, so I asked the framer to do it, and he did a good job. It's really a nice combination of that cold grey with the warmer tones in this painting, and that orange of the sunscreen becomes even stronger. I will deliver these tomorrow morning with 5 other paintings for a group exhibition. A group exhibition with, I thought, 2 or 3 other watercolor painters. So that was another week. Thank you. Nice to have you here again. And if you would like to see more, there is this member section. I post every 2 weeks a new video on it. And this week's video is about that famous phrase that we hear several people say. It says, the artist must suffer for the art. I heard it a long time ago already, and it kept me thinking, because someone like me who really likes painting and enjoys spending time with art and artists, I didn't understand what this phrase would say. But it makes sense when you think about it, and after reading about it, I found a good opportunity to talk about it in this week's member video. There is a trailer. I will share it in this screen so you can check it out, a 5-minute video, to see what it looks like and check out if it's something for you. More information about joining the member section can be found in the description under this video. It's time for the weekend. Enjoy it and see you next week.